Hi, Lilly Endowment. 2020 has been a year that we all will remember for a long time. And we are always grateful in the human services sector for all that you do for us and for the community. While we wish we could thank you all, each and every one of you, in person for all you do, we are unable to do that this year because of COVID. So when the accredited agencies of United Way came together and asked for our help in putting together a special thank you for you, we were more than happy to oblige. So please know that this thank you video is heartfelt, and we hope you realize just how much you are appreciated in our sector.
Lilly Endowment, all the things you've done for us.
It is with great pleasure that I come to you and thank Lilly Endowment for decades of service to our community.
Thanks to the Lilly Endowment.
On behalf of everyone at Hawthorne Community Center, I just want to say thank you.
Lilly Endowment, thank you for your generosity.
Thank you for your generous support.
Thanks for your generosity.
Thanks to your generosity.
Thanks to your generosity.
Thank you for your ongoing generosity and support for our nonprofits.
Because of your generosity, Noble has been able to continue providing essential programming, work supports, and their therapies to children and adults with disabilities and their families during the pandemic.
BCSSI, Boone County Senior Services, was not only able to continue providing transportation for people of all ages in our county, but our management team also reached out to between 100, sometimes over 200 people each month to make sure that we were helping them avoid social isolation.
Because of your generosity, Goodwill was able to maintain the health insurance for those on furlough.
Early Learning Indiana and more than 1,000 other early care and education providers throughout the state of Indiana had an opportunity to adjust their practices to be ready for the COVID-19 environment and to ensure that our youngest children can continue to have access to the highest quality of early care and education.
On behalf of the approximately 500 sickle cell disease clients that we serve, I want to thank Lilly Endowment for its generosity to our local community.
Through your generosity, Girls Inc. of Greater Indianapolis has been able to continue to serve girls who need us the most in this community.
Because of your extraordinary generosity, Mary Rigg was able to help families crushed by the effects of COVID-19, get essential food to families, engage youth in ever-changing ways, and provide telehelp to adults.
Thanks to the generosity of Lilly Endowment, HVAF was able to provide safe emergency shelter for veterans living in unsafe conditions.
The Villages of Indiana can't thank you enough for all you do, not just for the villages, but for our community.
Thanks to your generosity, the Arthur M. Glick Jewish Community Center was able to hold a summer program in the midst of the corona pandemic for over 70 children.
Because of your generosity, Meals on Wheels of Hancock County has been able to almost double the amount of clients that we're able to serve on a daily basis, our hot and cold meals.
Thanks to your generosity, Families First was able to purchase the technology to take our services entirely virtual in just 7 days.
Thanks to your generosity, Kids Voice of Indiana was able to advocate, educate, and protect children and families in Indiana.
Thanks to your generosity, Easter Seals Crossroads was able to continue to serve and adapt our programs for children and adults with disabilities through telehealth appointments during this pandemic.
Foster Success was able to offer monetary relief to 365 older foster youth for their basic needs during these uncertain times.
Thanks to your support and your generosity, Hancock County Senior Services was able to reopen as COVID continued, and we were able to reopen safely.
Thanks for your generosity. The Boys and Girls Club of Noblesville is able to keep me hands-free. Help us stay 6 feet apart.
Thanks to your generosity, Alternatives Incorporated has been able to continue providing life-saving shelter and services for victims of domestic and sexual violence in the midst of this pandemic.
Thanks to your generosity, the YMCA was able to ensure that healthcare professionals and many other essential workers could serve our community in critically important ways during the height of the pandemic, knowing that their children were safe and well cared for at the Y.
Our community center in partnership with the other community centers in the Indianapolis Urban League has already been able to help 6,000 households remain in their housing, delivering nearly $230,000 per day of rental assistance.
Thanks to your generosity, School on Wheels programs didn't slow down. We connected virtually, expanded services, and helped nearly 400 K-12 students impacted by homelessness improve and maintain grades during one of the most stressful times in their young lives.
Thanks to your generosity, the Damien Center was able to continue to function in the middle of a crisis at the time when we needed it the most.
Here at the ARC of Greater Boone County, we were able to deliver meals prepared by our partner at the Boys and Girls Club of Lebanon.
Lutheran Child and Family Services was able to keep all of their programs going, employ all of their associates, and to meet the very difficult challenges that COVID brought to our community.
Crossroads of America Council be able to provide unparalleled programming and services to over 35,000 families.
We, because of your help, have been able to continue to serve girls and families in our 45 counties of central Indiana, despite the challenges of COVID.
The American Red Cross in Indiana was able to continue our mission of alleviating human suffering throughout our state, from ensuring that hospitals have access to life-saving blood products to responding to disasters right here at home.
Second Helpings has been able to distribute meals through more than 50 new agency program partners throughout this pandemic.
Our aging building has been able to make repairs to our HVAC systems, our aquatic systems, and all the environmentals and accessibility systems like lifts that without your support, we would not be able to be open and serve our community.
Cafe has been able to continue to serve the Far East Side. Thank you.
Thank you. Martin Christian City. 130,000 plus pounds of food distributed. That is over 65 tons. Almost 12,000 meals served. That is including the gratitude meals to the pantry. 1.3 million in rental and mortgage assistance. 62,000 in utility assistance. Thank you, Lilly, Endowment, and United Way.
I would say without you, it would have been very difficult for us to open. So on behalf of the families and children at St. Mary's Child Center, I tell you thank you and God bless.
Thank you for your generosity.
Thanks, Lilly Endowment.
Shepherd Community says thank you to Lilly Endowment for helping our neighborhood.
Thank you, Lilly Endowment.
Thank you, Lilly Endowment.
Thank you, Lilly Endowment.
Thank you, Lilly Endowment.
Thanks to your generosity, Boys and Girls Clubs of Indianapolis can continue to be a safe place where kids can grow and learn, all while having fun. Bright futures are started there each and every day, and we are committed to doing whatever it takes to build bright futures for the youth in our city. Thank you, Lilly Endowment.